Hi, everyone. This is Dennis Brown, and I'm coming back at you today to share with you 5 strategies, 5 tips that will help you to increase your social selling index score. As you may or may not be aware, last week we talked about what is LinkedIn's social selling index and how it affects you and how you can get that score. This week we're going to talk about how can you improve that score and start moving yourself towards generating more leads, more customers, and more profit through LinkedIn and social selling. So the first tip is that you can implement right away is to make sure you have a complete profile. When you're on your profile, up in the top right-hand corner, there'll be a little window that says profile strength. Your goal is to get to all-star status. And the way you do that is to make sure that all the major categories are filled out. So complete those. Make sure you have a good headline. Make sure you have a good picture, a good summary. Make sure you're incorporating multimedia. Make sure you're incorporating all those types of things that will build a robust profile. But most importantly, and last but not least, as a part of this tip, please make sure you're not treating this like a resume. This needs to be treated more like a reputation management site, like a bio, like a credibility and a rapport building tool, not a resume, okay? You want to position yourself as an expert, an authority, as a trusted resource. So that's number one. Fill out that profile completely and position yourself as an expert. Number two is you want to make sure that you're finding the right people on LinkedIn. And the best way to find the right people, decision makers and influencers within your target market, is to use advanced search. Use the LinkedIn advanced search. It's very granular. You can search by keyword. You can search by geography. You can search by title. You can search by industry, by company size, groups. It's so granular. It's the only advanced search in all of social media that I have found where you can hyper target your exact target audience, okay? Your exact customer avatar, okay? So make sure you're using advanced search, because remember, you not only want to connect with the main decision maker like the general manager or the vice president or the CEO, but you also want to connect with all the influencers around them. And if you can't connect with them, you want to at least know who they are. Studies have shown that the average buying decision in B2B is controlled by 5.4 people within that organization. It's influenced by an average of 5.4 people within that organization. So finding the right people to influence is very, very important. Number three, the third tip is you want to share content that is very relevant to your target market. And, you can do that by sharing articles or information. You can do updates to your LinkedIn timeline and your updates section, and you can share content that's relevant to them. You want to do that 2, 3, 4 times a day. You want to create some regularity there. There'll be a link below this post where I did another post that will share with you one of the easiest ways to start doing that type of a drip content campaign into your LinkedIn. But you want to start sharing content regularly. You can do that by doing updates. You can also do that by publishing long form posts, almost like blog posts for LinkedIn using the LinkedIn publishing platform. You want to start sharing that type of content as well, because that will position you as a thought leader. It'll create engagement, and it will also allow you to really start connecting and sharing your message and building your personal brand. All right. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're spending 5 or 10 minutes a day engaging with other people's content, liking, sharing, commenting, mentioning. You want to use those types of strategies 5 or 10 minutes a day. I don't want you to spend all day long in a group or all day long on your news feed, doing this, but spend 5 or 10 minutes a day regularly engaging, particularly with influencers and decision makers within your target market, okay? So engagement is very, very important. Last but not least, what you want to do is you want to build a very robust and powerful network. And the way you do that is by connecting with influential and high-profile entrepreneurs, executives, and influencers. So you want to connect with as many VPs, CEOs, business owners, director level people as you can within your target market. And the way you do that is one of two ways. Either you use the LinkedIn introduction feature, get introduced, So you have somebody that you know on LinkedIn introduce you to somebody else on LinkedIn that they're first level connection with, or you do what's called a custom connection request and you share with them some of the commonality that you have. Maybe you have some connections in common. Maybe you have some groups in common. Maybe you have some geography in common. Maybe you have some skills or some background in common. The more that you can share in common when you're sending a custom connection request, the more likely they are to connect with you. Remember, the more first level connections you have, it means the more second level connections you have, and the more third level connections, and the bigger your network is. Okay. So those are 5 quick tips on how you can start improving your social selling index score, but more importantly, start moving you towards generating more leads, more profit for your business. And the way you'll do that is by building a personal brand, finding the right people, engaging that target market with insights, and last but not least, building trusted relationships. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, share. I'd love to hear your feedback. And stay tuned next week. We're going to have more content, more tips and strategies on how to leverage LinkedIn and social selling to achieve your business goals. More leads, more customers, and more profit. Thanks.